everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Let me get this started over here. I have to do it on one platform and then another, so it takes a second. Welcome, my name is Amber, and today we're going to be doing a craft. It is an interchangeable insert to our window base. Oh, here it is. I'm like, where's the window base? So this is the window base, and I have this one currently in there because it is spring here, or well, it's about to be spring. We're approaching spring. So we're going to be doing another insert to go in this. This one was like really requested. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to send out the notice over to the Facebook friends. And y'all, look at how dusty this is. It's so dusty. All right, we're going to get started. If you are on the replay, you can always just skip ahead and fast forward. Hello, Queen Mother 12. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. All right, let me grab it over here on the Facebook. Let's see. Me, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Let me copy and send to the alerts. Let's see. Crap with me. Paste. Send. Okay. It looks like that went through. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to be doing an interchangeable today. Hello, Julie on Facebook. Hello, everyone. So before we get started, just a few quick things. Today is Tuesday. We are having our Tuesday Whatnot show with our t-shirts. I'm actually going to have the shirt that I'm wearing will be in tonight's show. It's so super cute. I love this one. It's just cute. So this is going to be in our Whatnot show. But if you want to be a part of our Whatnot t-shirt show, comment the word show if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you can find the link in the description. Okay. If you want to get the interchangeable kits that we're going to be doing today, you can comment the word interchangeable on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Like, none of the keywords work on YouTube, so they only work on Facebook. But yes, so tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern time, I'll be on Whatnot with t-shirts. And then we will have our craft show on Thursday on Whatnot at 6 o'clock. So keep that in mind. Hello, everyone. Cute shirt. Isn't it cute? I think it's adorable. I think it's so much fun. So much fun. Hello, Dana. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Beverly's here. Marion, Eliza, Edith is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So let me switch over to this view. This is what we're going to be working on today. Is the insert for the window. I think it's going to be super cute. I picked some colors that are kind of primitive-esque, boho-ish. I think they're going to be really cute to go with this. And that is what we're going to be doing today. Cute shirt. Thank you. You have your shirt on. You love it. Shelly, you just got this one? Isn't it cute? So, this is going to be in our show tonight. I think it's it's like the 6th or 7th shirt, I believe, that in the lineup of everything. So it's going to be number, I believe it's 28. And we only have a few of these left. And I don't honestly remember what color I paired it with. I don't remember. Hello, Karen. Hello, everyone. So today, this is our project. We're doing this trio right here. And this is an interchangeable window. So it has the little things that change out. There are 3 different bases for these inserts. So this is the window, there is just the flat base, and then there is the individual bases here. Let me grab those and I'll show them to you really quick. Let me grab them. They are right here. So we have a base that's just without the window. It's just the 3 openings, and then we have the individuals. So if you are like, I don't like the window, we have this option, and then we have this one, and then we also have the window option. So there's different bases for this collection of inserts. Okie doke. So we're going to get started on this because I do have the Whatnot show at 6, so I want to make sure that I have my ducks in a row. From Thursday's Whatnot, the butterfly shirt is beautiful. Ooh, I love it. Yeah, so for whatever reason, we had shipped the shirts with a manifest and the post office scanned it, but then it's saying that some of the shirts weren't tracking. So I don't even know what happened, but all of the shirts from Tuesday or from Thursday have already been shipped. So they are out the door, ready to go, and t-shirts will ship in 2 days. 2 days. So let's do this right here. And we will have limited on the violet medium because our t-shirt order was supposed to be here at 1:45 today, and UPS has updated the last of our box of our order to 9 p.m. So we will have the shirts, the medium violet. It just won't be in here. It won't be here until tomorrow. So if you get a violet medium, we will have it. It just won't be here in person. Hello, everyone. Thank you. You've already, you have the boots already? Awesome. Awesome. So we're going to do this. Let me go over my colors. I love the little glasses for the little chickens. Aren't they just so super cute? The little wonky big glasses. I love it. All right, so let's go over our colors. I have Tuscan Red. I have Slate Gray. I have Burnt Orange. I have Deep Midnight Blue. I have these brownish yellows because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my little chickens. So I have Desert Sand, Antique Gold, and Cocoa. I figured these were a good color palette. And then I also have Light Mocha. And then we have our white and we have our black here. So those are our colors that we're going to be using. You'll catch the replay heading to a new dentist to try to fix a botched job. Oh my gosh. Christine, girl, I absolutely despise a dentist. Despise. Not a dentist fan. At all. Not a fan. Let me pull this up over here. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm trying to pull this up on the YouTube. Give me just a second. Give me a second. Live. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You got the notification about tonight? Awesome. 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 All right. Got my plates. We're going to use sponges. We're going to use brushes. We're probably going to use a few markers. Just letting you know. Let me switch over to this little area here. So I have try to keep an eye on the camera over here. Good afternoon, Sandra. So we're working on this insert goes with this base or the other options. Okay, y'all requested this one. I put it in my lineup for this week. And so this is what we're going to do. So we're going to do our barn. I'm going to do my barn red with white, some brown maybe, some gray. We're going to do our barn red. We're going to do red barn. And I'm going to use Tuscan Red for this. You have had almost 1 week of being free of seizures. Claire, that is amazing. That's amazing. I know that I've been praying for you. I'm sure everybody else has been praying for you. And I believe that there's power in prayer. So I'm just saying, I'm extremely excited for you. All right, let's see. We need this and this. Trish from Maine. Hello, Trish from Maine. Let's see. We are going to do our barn red. Let me get my little tool, my little pokey tool, because we're going to need that. And we're going to go right in with some red. And I'm just using the sponge. Now there are score lines here. And I'm just going to go right over these. And then we will use our little tool to run our to run our lines, to clean those out for when we distress this. All right, good afternoon, Terry. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, friends. I see some of you guys are joining. Hello, hello. Let's see. Hello, everyone. So if you are watching, we did the window base already. So we're not doing the window base. We're just doing this insert, okay? No window base. Just the insert. We've already done all of the bases. Alright. So I'm going to take my little tool and I'm going to run it through these little lines here. That way when I distress it, I'll see them a little bit better. Oh, I got out of the groove. Imagine that. So it never ceases to amaze me how I do that. I'm just making an absolute mess. Where is my little groove? I can't see it to follow it. And I have my glasses on. Who knows? I don't know if you can see my mess ups. Absolutely messed it up. Alright, I'm going to go over it again. First, I'm going to sand. Try to fix that. Since I messed it up. Let's go back over it one more time. I wanted a little bit darker red. Thanks for being here, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Hello, Christy, my neighbor in South Carolina. You got a barn red paint, but it's Apple Barrel brand. What you think of that one? Like, what do I think of the Apple Barrel Barn Red? I don't remember the Apple Barrel Barn Red. I don't know if it's the same shade. So I really couldn't tell you. I really honestly couldn't tell you. I don't dislike Apple Barrel paint. I just think that for me, I like the coverage of the deco art. So I think that is my preference of brands. I do like deco art. My Walmart way back in the day was not carrying the Apple Barrel paints. Don't know why. I just don't. They weren't carrying it. So this piece here and this piece here is going to be gray. These two I'm going to do white, or maybe a brown. No, we'll do white. We'll do white. And so this is going to dry. Let's do our gray and let's do our white. And then I'm going to pop these little pieces out of here. These go with the chickens. So, gray. Oh, I'm using slate gray. Slate gray. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our little crafty show. So, slate gray. I think my husband is here. He is going to be with me on our Whatnot show. Y'all have not seen him in a minute. He's been helping me in the evenings. And I am so appreciative. Michelle helps me on Thursdays, but she's had, she cannot be there the entire time. So, my mother-in-law is also possibly going to be going out of town. So, maybe when she gets back, she'll join us. Hello, hello. How's he doing? He's doing really good. Oh, we need white. So we're going to use bright white, which is Snow White. Oh yeah, we got to do the gray. We're going to do gray on the top. I said I was going to do that. So the designer of this set, I really, really like some of her color palette. And so I picked some of the colors that I like from her. But then I also picked some of my own colors. And I'm like, ooh, I think I want to do this. So I'm going to be using some colors that I like. Mixed in. Y'all. Got out the lines. There we go. Okay, that's done. Let's do our white. Now this white's going to take a couple coats. It typically does. This is so cute. I will say, if you're getting our Crafty Crate, our tier tray set, this will go really good with it. I'm just saying, hint, hint. Alright. Oh, he's there with me forever. You know, we now that our kids are kind of like grown, we're not doing like, we don't do as many like family activities, and he goes to bed early because he has to get up early. But I'm a night owl. He is definitely not. But he is a trooper. He is a trooper. Our shows on Whatnot do go pretty late because we have a lot of product to go through. But he hangs in there. And I think he also enjoys just spending time. Alright, let's dry these two. Adorable. I'm not even sure what happened there. There's a white speckle. I'm sure it's when I closed the lid. Fixed it. Alright, let's do our second coat of white. Y'all, the machines are running. We are hustling. Must be farm things. It's the theme. If you go look at the little sneak picture, you can zoom in and see that it's the theme or the style. It's not necessarily farm things, but it's the style for sure. Or the theme. I mean, how cute, right? All right, next, and next. Let's see. Y'all, I'm so tired today, and my back hurts. So now we got our little chickens. Our little hens, little chickens. And want to do the different pieces. I do want to work on my little quilt square piece. If I can grab these. Okay. Now, these will go. Doesn't really matter how you do them, but it will matter how you position them if you paint them different colors. Just keep that in mind. So you can kind of see this goes on to here. There's no lines that tell you where it goes. The designer didn't put those on there. But this is how it goes. The little glasses, aren't they cute? So cute. So cute. So I'm going to do my quilt block. I think I'm going to do it. Trying to decide if I want to do it blue. It's been 80 degrees this week. Next week 54. Like what? It's been really nice here. I've last night I was outside. I'm telling you right now. I spent the entire day Sunday. I spent the entire day Sunday out on our screen porch, the whole day. I was loving it. Well, it's also, I was just in there numbering all of the t-shirt bags before I came on here. So I was standing there numbering and then like flipping it over. So I was just standing in one spot for a long period of time. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do I don't really want to do white. I don't want to do black. You're having a trouble pulling the inserts out of the base once they're sanded. So one of the things that I've noticed about mine is that I got paint in my slot. You can see that. I got paint in the little opening. Do you see it right there? See how I got paint in there? If you have anything in these openings, they're meant to fit a little tighter. Not too tight. There is a little bit of room, like a little bit of wiggle room. But if you get any paint in there, it's taking up that opening and it can cause it to get hung up. So be really careful. Like this one is kind of stuck. I also got paint on my slot. And there's paint in here. So what I would do, let me show you. If you're having any problems, I haven't done this. I need to. Let me just give you a little tip. Take you a tool or an emery board and then try and clean out any of the paint that's in the opening. She made this fit really tight, and I should have probably resized it, but I didn't. But if you sand your little tab, on both sides, see, that fits way smoother. I mean, it's still a little snug, but it's not as challenging. Just be really careful pulling them in and out, because some of these, like the umbrella, I mean, look at the connector there. There is not a lot holding that sucker together. But I do find that it's easier to go in, but it's a little bit more challenging sometimes to come out. Try not to get paint in your slots. Try to keep paint off of your tab. But I absolutely, look at that. I got paint all over it. I really tried to avoid that, which I did it here too. And I'll probably sand that off just so I don't have any issues. But that would be my tip for you. Hello, Melissa. Hello, everyone. All right, I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the little block here. I don't want to do it red. To do it the cream color. Okay, first of all, let's decide what we're doing for our quilt square. Like our little pieces. It's hard not to get paint in those unless you tape it off. That is true. That is true. Or you use a paintbrush and you do really thin layers and don't use a sponge. I am a sponge user. So I think we should incorporate the red. I think we should incorporate the antique gold. I definitely think we should do blue. I have gray here. Let's do the mocha. Light mocha. I like these 4 colors. Okay, so I'm going to go with these 4 colors. Let's do I feel like that light mocha needs to be switched out with this color. No. We'll do this. We'll do this. If I do no. Let's go with this. Let's tone down our gray just a smidge with some white. So let's do that. And then I'm just probably going to I'm going to do this one red. I'm going to go ahead and do a red one because our barn's red. We got gray on our barn also. And we're going to do 2 of each color since we have 4 colors. So that's going to be those. We'll do the thing. Let's get our antique gold. Love the bright colors. I think it's fun. I think it's a lot of fun. I am going to cut some sponges though. do the antique gold on 2 of these. I will probably need 2 coats. If I'm being really honest, I think this color palette might be my inspiration for the Crafty Crate for April, which is not this month's Crafty Crate, it's next month's. It has not shipped yet, but I'm thinking super excited. Alright, so those 2, let's get our blue. This is Deep Midnight Blue. Hello, Corey. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna put blue in my chickens. Stay more motivated after work. Girl, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You know what? I think it's better than just watching TV. Hello, Chandra. Chandra. I can't say it right. Chandra. Alright, there's those 2. Let me come back and do another coat on the yellow now that it is dry. I should have put yellow on my barn. If you like primitive style, this is really fun. Alright, so those 2. Let's go ahead and do coat number 2 on here. Spin it around. Oh, I've got paint on my... I got yellow paint on my fingers. No, I don't. I'm picking it up off the thing. Like, where is it coming from? Come home, we'll take a nap. Oh gosh, I'm not a napper. My husband can nap, I am not a napper. I don't know if anybody else is that way, but once I am like, if I go to sleep, it throws off my whole day. I've taken naps when I've been sick. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just when I'm sick. But this girl cannot nap. You like watching me paint? Well, thank you. Thank you. I hope it's inspiring. Alright, this is the light mocha. Right here. To try to avoid the yellow that got everywhere. And that will need 2 coats. So all of our little pieces are painted. We're going to do our second coat on here. We are going to do a base coat on our chickens. Alright, coat number 2. And then all of those little pieces will be done. Alright, so let's set all of those aside. So there and there. Those 2. Those. And then you don't do naps either. I don't know. I can't. My husband's like, it's just take you a 20-minute power nap. I'm like, there is nothing powerful about a nap for me. No power nap here. All right. I'm going to try to keep my sponges in order. It's harder for you to go to bed? Yeah. It just throws my whole day off. All right. Let's go ahead and do our chicken. Let's do our square that's going to go on our block here. And I said I'm going to mix the gray with the white and tone it down just a little bit. So we're going to take our same gray sponge and make us a little bit of a lighter color. I did not make enough. Okay, I do like that. All right, so that's done. Now we need to do our chickens. We gotta do our chickens. Let's see. We're gonna do our legs, burnt orange. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. So burnt orange for our little chicken legs. Let's do burnt orange over here for this little chicken leg. I love this orange color. Okay, I'm going to try not to get that in the slot or on the tab because then it won't fit in the little slot. Alright. Let's dry them. And then our little beaks on our glasses. I'll do those with a brush. All right, what else? I think that's it for right now. All right. So we've got these pieces here, other than the tops right here, are completely done. We just have to finish painting like the top. So we're going to do those red right here. Okay, so we're just going to paint just like that right there. And then this one just like that. So those two are done. Oh, we do have to do the tail. We'll do this little tail part whenever we get our chicken finished. Okay, so these, I'm going to set these aside. Set them over there. All right, let's work on our little chickens. Let's do our little beaks and our glasses real quick. I think I'm going to do, I think we should do black glasses. Get me a brush and a paper towel. Because my brush is yucky. Oh, forgot I gotta do the beaks. random little strand. Alright, both beaks done. Alright, we're going to take another brush and we're going to do the glasses. No, we'll just clean and use the same brush. Let's do those black. Y'all, this is going to be so cute. So stinking cute. Our little chickens. You know, now that I think about it, we could have done a different color. But I want the glasses to pop. Alright, y'all, I'm trying to keep track of the time. Yes, I am forgetting to empty the brush cleaner. Like the clean water, absolutely. I'm very irresponsible when it comes to my brushes. I don't intend to be that way, but it just so happens that that's what happens. So cute. Well, if you guys just joined or you've never seen this before, this is actually inserts that go with a window. There are 3 of them. They kind of layer. They're really cute. And there's a whole collection with different inserts. And we just added new ones, and this is one of the new ones we just added. What time is whatnot? 6 p.m. Eastern. Eastern time. 6:00. 6 o'clock. Look at them glasses. Look at them glasses. Yes, please. Adorable. Oh, I gotta paint these red. Forgot about that. Alright, those are done. Those are done. Alright, now let's see. I'm gonna lay these out just because I need to visual. I just need to visualize what is happening here. I'm just finding whatever pattern I like of these colors. I love it. Okay, I love it. So cute. Now we just got to figure out what we're doing with our little chicken there. Alright, we got our stars. We got to figure out what colors we're going to do on the stars. Let me put the black away. Alright, so the colors I picked for my chickens was going to be cocoa. So let's do cocoa. And then I also have desert sand. And we're going to use a brush. Super cute, right? Alright, so let's come in the bottom. I'm going to slide this chicken up. We're going to work on this chicken. Let's do the bottom. I'm not doing anything super fancy with this today. We did some really cute things yesterday with our ducks. Today, I'm just trying to keep it simple. Okay, so that's brown. Let's do the head brown. Again, I always say you can do whatever color you want. Spot on there. Something in my paint. Let's do this one also. Let's do that. Could use markers, but I'm just gonna go with this. Y'all, I am absolutely loving this so much. And as the more I do, the more cuter I think it gets. I am just like, stop it. Stop it. Alright, let me change out my color. I'm gonna do this yellow here. Antique gold, that's the color. If you get paint in a spot, you can always just sand and it usually will fix a lot of the overlap, like overlapping colors. such a cute. I'm going to take this color here, the antique gold, and I'm going to mix it with this desert sand. Okay, we're going to come in here, and we're just going to do a shade, it's like a shade lighter. So we're just keeping with the same kind of color palette, just a lighter shade. I think I made enough. Maybe I didn't. I'm gonna try and scoop it. Oh, buddy. Look at that cuteness. All right, now we need to figure out our tail. We need a little, let me get some of that orange color. See if I can tone it down. It's burnt orange. Ooh, it's kind of like a terracotta color. But cute. Cute, cute. Put the glasses on. All right, this chicken's done. All right, let's move on over to this one. I think we should do like a, she did a blue star on hers, which I really do like that. I think we should do a blue star, or like a colonial blue, like a colonial blue. Looks good so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so Lil Chicken, let's see here, our Lil Chicken. We're gonna do more of the yellow. So I'm gonna do yellow chicken. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you. So super cute. I don't like these bristles on this brush. I don't have enough firmness to them. I'm gonna get a smaller brush to do the this little zigzag right here, and I think I'm gonna try to mix another orangey bit. It's not quite as dark. Oh, my lines are terrible. Oh, that's atrocious. The further I go, the worse my lines get. Look at that. That's horrible. Horrible. But I'll leave it. I'll go with it. All right, under that, let's do the brown at the very bottom. And then let's do brown here. Side, we're going right up to that little line there. This is cocoa. Alright, now let's do a lighter shade like we did right there. Hello, Barb. Hello, hello. Alright, that is going to be this color, sand, with this color here, antique gold. Just want a little bit of a lighter shade. Okay, and that's gonna go right down the middle. The chickens with the glasses, aren't they cute? Chickens are so cute. They really, really are. All right. So cute. All right, now I think I'm gonna do the blue on the stars. I think that's gonna just tie it all together. But I'm going to sand it a little bit so it's not like so dark blue. All right. These two stars go on the little chickens. All right, then we're gonna sand and put it together. Figure out your color palette. a pretty good job. We have sold over 500 shirts on Whatnot. We have. And we have another like 200 to do tonight. And our next Whatnot show will be, so it'll be a week from Tuesday. Unless I put together something kind of, like something kind of random on another day. Because our next, on Thursday, we have craft kits. So, we'll see. We shall see. All right. Think about that. We've done over 500 t-shirts in 3 shows. I would be an absolute fool to ignore the public and their love for the things to not continue to make it a regular thing. So if you want to check out our t-shirts, you certainly need to come and check us out on the Whatnot. You can comment the word show and come see what we got. Lots of good ones. All right. Put that in there because I did not use it. I'm going to put that one also in there. Did not use that. Okay, everything seems to be good. The only thing we got to do is our eyes and maybe some little light cheeks. That's a lot. And yes, that's saying something for sure. It's because we have so many different styles and colors and sizes available that I think people like that. Friday is your birthday? Well, happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Okie doke. Okie dokie pokey. All right, let's do this, shall we? Let's do this. I do have a helper. My husband is helping me tonight. He is going to help me tonight. Now, next week will be some stuff you guys have never seen before. We just have to go through all of the things and get it together. So I tried to pull out what's already like not in boxes, in the racks that we have in the t-shirt room. So next week will be some new stuff. These go right up underneath here on the little chickens. They were just tabbed in the door in the things because they're really small. All right, we're gonna sand and we're gonna assemble and we're gonna do all the good stuff. Okay, so that's what's next. Then we'll put it together. I'll show you what it looks like in our little window here. We'll swap that out. All right, let me grab my sandpaper. So that's a little scratchy. He is such a good guy. He is. We're going to get dinner and have dinner here. I am not going to have time to probably go home. So if you want to kind of salvage your sandpaper, doesn't mean it's going to make it any more rough or abrasive. Take an unused sandpaper and just try to like clean out any of the paint that's kind of gotten stuck in there. And I just do that with a one. The eyes will come after we sand. I've learned my lesson on that one. Alright, so let's stick this over here. I'm going to try to keep my pattern for my chickens. Isn't it cute? Alright, so we got to remember the red is not going to want to sand very nicely. It's going to transfer, so I'm going to start with the gray. Let's do that one first. Sanding is a thing I absolutely love to do. Some people skip it. On occasion, I have skipped it. But today is not that day. Just giving it a little distressing. All right, this is the door. We're gonna do the barn last because I think I'm gonna have issues with that. Let's do our little stars. And I'm gonna pop this one out of here. Two stars there. We're going to do the reds last. Let me go ahead and do the gray. Do those last also. We'll do the glasses. Let's do our chicken. Our cutie little chicken. Now, I'm gonna do some cheeks. It's not very noticeable, but it is there. It's just light. Now I'm going to do the little eyeballs. I'm going to do the lighter grit sandpaper on the little glasses. Go ahead and add. You don't get home till later tonight. What nights have been fun? Probably at least 4 hours. Probably at least 4. I've got everything prepped. I shouldn't have to enter anything or change anything. We should not be out of any sizes. So there shouldn't need to be any edits. We should just be able to fly through. But I think there's a little over 200. Some shirts are only 1. Some are 2. There's a few that are 3. There's some that are 5. There's some that are 4. There's some that are 7. 7. We have 7 transfers available. Where's my glue? Yo, let me find my glue. Where the heck is it? Oh, it's behind the cardboard. It was behind the cardboard. It was hiding. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our glasses on this little chicken. It does tie it all together. It really does. I mean, look at our little chicken here. So cute. All right. The body part, which is the base, we're going to sand that, sand the little legs, and I'm going to lightly just sand the top. We're going to attach this little chicken onto here. And we're going to go ahead and add it. And then I'm going to take my brown alcohol marker, but I'm going to use the pen end to go through these little lines here. Hello, Liz. Hello, hello. Oh, there's no sandpaper there. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that. Oh, where's the little thing for the, oh, here it is. That's the big one for the big one. All right, let's sand this one. Sorry if my head's in the way. I mean, how cute are you? How cute are you? Goes like that. I mean, how cute is our little chicken? Little chicken is so cute. All right, now we're gonna sand and put these over onto here. I've tried to keep them in the order that they go. And I'm just gonna sand and put them. And then we'll figure out the gluing part here in a second. All right, here's one. I think I over sanded that just a little bit, but I'm gonna let it be what it is. What do y'all think so far? Do you guys like this? I think it's cute. Super cute. Julie Alexander, thank you. Thank you. All right, my goal was to be done by 5. Judy, I'm so glad you like it. Probably won't get it done all the way by 5, but we'll be pretty close. So we still gotta do the other chicken and the barn. All right, last one. Y'all, this is in our interchangeable collection. So if you're on Facebook and you're watching, if you comment the word interchangeable, there is a collection with all of these in it. There's a collection for this, okay? It's called the big window base and inserts. I think that's what it's called. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to work a little quickly, but I'm going to try and get at least these 4 kind of situated. And I'm going to put some glue down. So I'm going to shift these kind of out of the way and stick some glue in the middle. And I'm going to put some glue and then slide it, put some glue and slide it. And we're going to do this the best that we can. With what we are working with here. Let's add some more glue. We don't gotta go real far. Add some more glue. And just situate it. Everything else is kind of sticking really good, except for these. a little bit of a gap. Sweet. Got it. Alright, so let's do those little corners, little black dots. I think it's nailed on. And so let's take these out of here because now that little chicken's done. Chicken, you are done. Whoops. Let me sand. I've got stuff in my slot. Let me see here. What the heck? What's in there? There's stuff in my opening. There's debris. Let me get a brush. I sanded the umbrella, but I did not sand this one. Y'all, there's paint in my little opening. Try not to get paint in your opening. Ha! Ha ha ha. Look, I almost got it. There is still a little paint on the edge. I already glued everything, so now I'm just trying to clean it up. Fold this. I probably have to fix all of these because there's paint all up in this. I'm trying to get that corner. There's no glue in there. It's paint. I can see it. It's white. Right along the edge. So it's right along this part. There's still a little on here, but it seems to be not really that big of an issue. It's this corner, but I can't get my thumb in there to get this part of the corner. What glue am I using? Stick Fast. I intentionally tried to avoid the edges. Alright, so now that I've sanded all that, let's try and clean it out. There we go. So, try not to get glue that drips down the little edge here or along the opening. If you do, before you glue it together, sand it because you'll have to be fixing it like me. So here's one. That one's ready. You finished your crafty crate and you loved how it turned out. I am so excited to do our crafty crate. So excited. So excited. I don't pre-craft it, so I haven't done it yet. I just glue it together. But oh my gosh. It's going to be so much fun. Alright, let's glue our little chicken, or sand our chicken. Knew it. I knew it. It's gonna go too far. That's not bad. I did go a little too far, but not too bad. I'm using brown because I feel like I like the tones. And then we're going to add little white bits. I think that's a good little... This is a Jelly Roll pen, Jelly Roll 10 pen. This is an alcohol marker, and I'm using it's dual tipped, so I'm using the felt end, not the brush end. So these are dual. And then I have this, it's a calligraphy pen. And I'm just taking the blush that's in this brush here and just using it for this little chicken. Not that it's a lot, it's just a little. It's 6 minutes to 5 o'clock. I know, right? I'm not doing too bad. I tried to plan my day to the best of my ability. Because my husband's going to go get us our dinner. And I also am going to come on for just a few minutes and remind everyone again. I still have people that don't know about our t-shirts, and so I'm going to tell them again, and I'm going to tell them again, and then everybody will just remember. It takes a while. Some of y'all already heard the whole thing, but some people have not. I'm also not streaming it to Facebook, so I'm not even going to have a little, I'm not even going to create the confusion. I don't want to tell people 42 times, well, if you're on Facebook, you got to come. Like, no. No, if you're on Facebook, come to Whatnot. That's what it is. That's what it is. Alright. So, let's glue on this one. Look at how cute that little chicken is. Ain't it just the most adorable? Now, surely I don't have paint in this opening. No, I do on the edge. Just a little bit. Right there. Hopefully it'll fit. So, sometimes I like to sand. Let me sand off this paint. It's just sometimes you got to do it. If there's even a little bit on there, sometimes it will not go in the slot. Try to clean it off. And stick our little chicken in. Sweet. Yeah, you definitely don't want to break your chicken's legs. with this one. So be very, very, very careful. It's still a little tight. But again, I have paint in there. So there's those two. Let's do our barn. Oh, we got to add our little chicken star. Let's add our little chicken star. It's the blue. Right there to our little chicken. Okie doke. All right, now we're gonna sand our barn. Our barn is the last thing I'm doing. We're gonna do this rougher grit. Super stinking cute. All right, so let's glue on this. Oh, I am going to sand that red off the bottom because it'll definitely be a problem. Definitely. I am not trying to deal with that not fitting. Shouldn't be a problem now. Let's see. Let me take these out of here. That one is, look at all the, I don't know if you can see, like that whole side right there, that's on the back side. Loads of paint. Loads of paint in there. That one fits perfect. All right, so what I'm gonna do is stick this in, and we're gonna add our little barn door. That way we don't glue it too far down. Done. Done, done, done. Just get it lined up. Oh my gosh. Of course. Of course. Lord, like, you just know I'm going to drop it. Like, you just know it's going to happen. Couldn't have dropped it any worse than I already did. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, hello. I'm drying my glue. Yes, definitely watch a replay for sure. Because it is super cute. Alright, so we're going to add the little white stitches. Y'all, I don't know what it is. I am just really in the mood for little stitches. Sometimes it's little whimsy things. Sometimes it's not. I'm doing little dots along the edges. You know, they could be like 30,000 nails holding this together. I mean, I think it's cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right. All right, let me show you what it looks like in the window. Actually, let me show you in the this one really quick. This one I don't think has any paint in there, but I could be wrong because it is black. So this is this one. Okay, this is just a little flat base with no window. Oh, that one's going to be tight. That one's got paint in there. That one's going to be a little tight too. I'm not going to push my chicken all the way down because I don't want to break its legs. But I highly recommend if you get this collection to not get paint in your slots because you don't want it to... The slot is really an exact fit because you don't want these leaning. Okay, so here's how it looks with just the little bottom base, okay? Gently try to get this out of here. Okay, let's see what it looks like in the individual bases. Okay, we have individual bases. Okay. Those are tight too. I don't understand. I'm just gonna stick them in here. So in case you want to put these like on a tier tray or whatever, do all the things. Let's stick it now in our window. I think what this was is these were the test ones and I did not fix the file before I cut it. So I think those are the ones that needed adjusted, but I could be wrong. All right, this is gonna go in here. And then this one over here. Y'all, it is so super cute. What is happening? Oh, I see. I had it in there wrong. And then our little chicken. Look at that. So stinking cute. And I'm only 8 minutes past 8. Or past 5. So that's not too bad. I did pretty good. I did pretty darn good. So if you guys want to check out this collection and you're on Facebook, you can comment the word interchangeable. If you're on YouTube, I linked the whole collection in the description. And my cameras are fixed, so I can't show you like it's standing up over there, but I will take a picture and I will show you guys. And I will update all of the thumbnails. I know a lot of our thumbnails are not updated on YouTube. I will update them. I just haven't had a chance to do that. But this is how it turned out. So super cute. So if you want to grab this, you can comment the word interchangeable on Facebook. And on YouTube, the information is in the description. Marion, thank you. You love it so much. Well, hopefully you guys come and join us. Hopefully you join us on Whatnot tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be on the Whatnot with our t-shirts. This shirt I'm currently wearing will be in the show. I've paired it up with my long sleeve, like checkered. I think it's adorable. Like, look, I even have my black and white shoes on. So cute. So cute. So if you want to check out our Whatnot, comment show, and Facebook will send you a message where you can get all the information and come hang out with us. So I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to grab some food, and then I'm going to pop back on just before our show and tell everybody about it again. So y'all enjoy your evening. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will take pictures, of course, and post it.